Today is May 21st, 2024. During the case, in May, June of 19, another thing happened at Liberty House Share. One of those guys were on the phone with someone, okay? You made it up that you had a case to watch her before? You're kidding. It was made up? You did what to her? And he starts giggling. And what? She must really like him. And he's laughing. And how this is a big scam to him. They told him. It was made up. And how they had, what they had done, and you did what to her? And what else? She must really like him. And you made up that you had a case to even watch her? Yeah. It's made up. It's a scam where Dave said he hired Pete on his own. Pete is Alex, the guy that followed and ran to me in a beard, impersonating retired Judge Pete, Savannah's Facebook friend. Like they even said during the case, they thought if they put a judge's name on it, they'd be above the law. They were scamming everybody. Savannah was seen as impersonating Michelle at Faith Family Church. People even said we all seen Savannah impersonate Michelle at Faith Family. Alex was there. Alajinsky, her Facebook friend. Alanowski. Now, the rapist was there. Now, the rapist, the guy that tortured me, he, is that her big drug-dealing boyfriend? One of Henry Moffe's men. The Gentleman's Club from Florida? Those people? Or is it that guy, Chris, they said they raced out of the room? It's one of the three. Savannah was seen with the Florida human traffickers at Faith Family Church, and then January to March of 19, down at Minerva Grinders with Alex, his group, older white guy. His skin was like a grayish color, and a nice suit, and a lady with whitish blonde hair. How they're grabbing people, selling them, and making them prostitute the rest of their lives. And then the people, that white guy with the white hair that said he was part of the 25,000 Strange hired him, and then the tall white guy with black hair walks around, and how David told him he tore up my shoulder, and that he had a field picked out south of Ravenna to cut up my face and just stab me to death and rape me, and that's where I'll die. Got John out of there, and John's like, are you going to do anything about those people threatening your life? I'm like, stay out of this. See, that's where these people run around and act like they're all big and bad. They're just the drug cartel. Like the police already tell you. They already know. It's documented the drug cartel framing. Dave hired the drug cartel. Nobody drugs anybody but the drug cartel. Nobody does. There are fake sodium pentothal reports breaking in, stabbing people with date rape drugs, amnesia drugs, so you're sleepwalking, or if you drink when you're out of the room, take a drink, and the room go dizzy and then black, and then you wake up with more marks, and they got their fake sodium pentothal, photoshopping and washing, and a sextortion act. They're vile, sick crimes. They should have been arrested the first day. The police have told me, anybody says anything to you, let us know. We want their involvement in this. You're looking at life in federal. So where you show up and you say stuff to me, is it a cry for help? Is it a cry for help? That you have got yourself into a drug cartel that is serial killing women and children, and you want the police to arrest you. That you are so vile, you're breaking in people's homes, stalking them. You're taking naked pictures of them and selling them on porn sites. And you're taking kiddie porn of little kids going potty, selling that on porn sites. And you're a child molester. And you're already a sex offender for taking pictures of somebody naked without their permission and then selling them. That's sex trafficking videos, voyeurism, And then you're kidnapping people, drugging them, beating, raping them, and human trafficking them under drugs. And assaulting them and trying to murder them. And to extort money out of them. You're looking at life in federal, where you run around acting like big badasses, like you're going to get me in trouble for your sextortion scheme. The police already know I'm framed by the cartel, so you're wanting to put your name on it for a cry for help, right? You know, I had some idiot, I had to go to the bathroom. I go in this place this morning, and they're in there talking in Walmart office, not Walmart, McDonald's office 62. And they're running their mouth. That one girl's running around telling everybody she was mean to her, and she hadn't even seen her. Okay? And they're talking about different stuff. And I thought, I have to go to the bathroom. I don't have time to deal with this shit. Okay. In 2011, I was at Blaylock's church, and I'm sitting on the second, probably the first or second row. Leah and Esther, Leah and somebody else, they were talking. She was drunk and drugs, running around the front yard in a bikini. I'm like, what? And then they said she was watching porn, laying around playing with herself. I looked back, I went, dear God, who are you talking about? And they said, oh, it's supposed to be you. I almost started crying. I said, dear God, that never happened. I don't even have cable. They started laughing. You don't even have cable? I said, no. And I said, I watch my grandbabies, and Stuart Little too plays all the time so they don't cry. I have a G-rated house. They busted out laughing. And I said, I don't even own a bikini, and I don't drink and do drugs. And they busted out laughing. They started realizing they were being lied to. So they showed up one time and said, first of all, you have a really nice dress on. I said, thanks. I said they were, and then they said, well, they said that you don't have enough class to dress right. And then they were saying more and more crazy stuff, okay? So I go over to Francis's. I said, will you go for a walk with me? Okay? And I said, I don't understand why people are making up all this stuff. And she said, well, Mary hates you. I'm like, Mary hates me? When have I seen her? I haven't seen her in 8 years. She looked at me with, like the Grinch that stole Christmas. And she's chuckling. And holding her lips together, smiling ear to ear. She went, you don't know. And I said, no, what? Oh, how did she put it? Is that what's going on? I said, what's going on? You don't know? No, what? She's like, never mind. And started laughing. Okay? So, now, from 2003 to 2011, in 2011, I went over to that church twice, to Lighthouse with Dave, okay? Someone came up to me in there, well, I heard you got it into it with Katie. I'm like, I said, I haven't seen Katie but out at the mall. And Dave and I both said hi to her like twice, maybe 3 times. They started laughing and they said, is that what's going on? I said, what's going on? You don't know? No, what? Never mind. Okay? Right before the case, people were coming up to me. I thought you left Karen and you were going out with Kate. To Dave, in front of me. I said, we were walked in Macy's. Now we're in Macy's by the purses. I said, Dave, why are you dating that girl? He's like, no, Karen. I said, why would she make such a thing up? He said, she's pathetic. Making it up that married men want to go out with her. She's pathetic. He said, I'll tell you what, I'd rather kiss a cow's butt than that bad, ugly heifer. Now, we're by the purses. It's mean, but I laughed. I giggled. He said, she's just making it up for people's attention. She couldn't hear us. She was clearing the Ashcroft and Oak. Now, we're by the purses. in Macy's. She's down the mall in a different store. And he's defending that he did, and he was mad that she was telling people they were dating. And there's no way she would have ever heard or ever known. Unless he told her. Okay, and the only thing I did was giggle. He said it. I told you. All they do... See, if you haven't seen somebody in 8 years, and you start lying on them, are they going to ever know? No. Until someone says something to them. Because they don't see you. That's what they did. See, they told people I was mean to them. I hadn't even seen them. Jim, this one guy, Jim Pridgett, goes to Blaylock's. He said, I work with one of them in a factory. He said, they said that you're drunk, you're on drugs, and you're wild and crazy. I come to church and you're fine. I said, stop listening to him. I've not seen him in 8 years. He started laughing. Then they told people I was caught out with other men, cheating on Dave. And they started saying where they seen me. I looked at him, I said, I was out with Joshy and Danny. Those are my sons and my grandbabies. Boy, did Julie start laughing. She said, well, they are men, but they don't count, they're your babies. And they knew my children. Taking my kids and my grandkids to McDonald's. Or to Home Depot to pick up something. That's how pathetic they are. Because then they can act all drama and hurt between each other. Make up on something on somebody they haven't even seen. See, that's how ridiculous it is. When the case first started, besides those 2 times when I went in there with Dave, it was like 2 or 3 times. I haven't been to that church in 15 years. Nothing to do with them. 15 years they had to hunt me down. You know, I was talking to one of my family members, and she said, you know how ridiculous it is? How would they even know what happened in your home? They're just making it up. And other people that work the case. Other people that work the case said, you know, with them making up that lie on her before, that's probably why they photoshopped that shower scene. To make it look like their lie was real. They hired the drug cartel. It is documented by the police. I was framed by the drug cartel. The police have told me, anybody says anything to you, let us know, because we want their involvement in this. So while you guys run around acting big and bad like you can get me in trouble for that occult hiring the drug cartel to drug me, rape me, human traffic me, run a sextortion act of drugging me up with roofies, slipping something in my Diet Coke, stabbing me with a date rape drug, and tell me to say something stupid to frame me in Photoshop washing, they should have been nailed to that agent's desk. Waco should have happened here, and the government should have surrounded all those churches and arrested everyone involved. My niece, Heather, she was a beautiful 20-year-old. Gorgeous. She went to a party. The 40-year-old bees are in there. One of their husbands come down and said, you need to get your fat butt up. We're going. She's being 20, no filter on her face. Said, don't take that. That's abuse. She's like, you just want my husband. She went, ew. He's like 40. I died laughing. I loved him in a fly. She called her a whore and said, you wanted my husband. Had people, women in the church walk by, call her a whore until she quit going to church there. They told everybody she was cheating on Nate and she loves Nate to death. And how she has all these affairs with all these men. You know, they were telling people I was running around on Dave. and all this other stuff. I said, look, I stock shelves at Walmart at night. I watch Danny's Kids in the afternoon. I rarely have time to shower and sleep. They were just making shit up. The apostolic churches are one of the most evil occults and most dangerous. You take an occult that will hire killers to kill someone, hire a drug cartel to rape them, human traffic them, sell kiddie porn of little kids going potty, sell pornography of that victim without their knowledge on porn sites, and that agent didn't arrest him. What the hell? See, that's where the Maslin police officer also, in October, November 21, I had my client in Maslin Emergency Room in South Wales Road. It used to be a little stack here. He comes in. I'm here to watch her. There's a Steve and Eric stalking her, and we don't know who they are yet. And after everything they did, nothing's admissible. That was in 21. They told all these people in 19 all their evidence was illegally obtained. It can't be used. That's where Officer Reinhardt, the Portage County Sheriff's, the Stark County Prosecutor's Office, an actual criminal attorney. Dave can't hire Peter or anybody on his own to watch you in your home. It's a right to privacy. As an occult, they didn't think I had rights, and they could have me violated on every level. And the society around here thinking it's funny that the child molesters and the serial killers, that the human traffickers, that's what they are. That they use this, grabbed a hold of it and used it as a big scam and keep people entertained so they wouldn't call the police on them, call the feds. And they were doing all kinds of crimes. And it took the sheriffs and marshals to get together. And they blew the hell out of them last year. And they got 800 that was connected in my case. Then they got another 160 in different ones. Like one of the officers that watch me, they'll learn to stay away from her. What part of, my God, I had an FBI agent in my office. Then men show up around me. Did you not think they were the police? Karen's will's still open. Karen around the house, FBI informant. The agent told on me, acted like a crazy occult person, act like he was going along with them. Admitted on a recorded line he talked to everyone before me. And before my informant. And it was verified by the police. The agent that called me back was the one at Apostolic Church of Pemberton. Now I'm going to upload this. Everybody turn them in. Turn them in. That's how you stop them. The one drug lord where they said this whole thing is a bet between two gentlemen. They're fighting over this area. They're using her as a pawn. It's a big scam to entertain these idiots while they kill people and sell drugs. One said he could be so cruel he could push her to suicide. The other one said that he could make her give up everything she has in life and have other people participate. That's a hate crime. And the one is banking. That means betting that no one will do the right thing. See if Agent John gives me my money, everybody turns him in. Him and his group lose control of drugs in this area and human trafficking. Turn the bastard in. You know, sometimes people are their organization is too big to get them all. And sometimes you just got to make them go somewhere else. Now, they said in Myers on Sunday, the guy that bet everything that nobody would do the right thing, all the people harassing her work for him. Because he's going to lose his control in this area. They're drug lords. And they're fighting over this area. Now it's still like the first or second month. And Walmart 62 in front of the cops. I'm going to upload this.